Hello, everyone. How are you? I hope everyone can hear me. I'm trying fancy things. So if it's not working, let me know. Because I still be working out all of these fancy stuffs that we got going on. Alrighty, who have we got? Hello, Angie. Hello, Beth. Hello, Hannah. Aspie. Sinette. Mona. Hey, Mona. Oh, you can hear really good. Oh, excellent. That is good. Love the fancy intro. And I'm trying to be all fancy. I'm trying to, I've got to upgrade the world, upgrade my life now that I'm, legit. So we are here tonight to do some colouring. Well, I'd assume. I think I'm doing colouring. I don't know how successful that will be. I am slightly exhausted. It's been one of those days. I went and was all manly again today and did some welding and some grinding again today. So I'm feeling a little bit, but yeah, no, hits the 1K and now I'm like, hey, how you doing? Hey, hello, Winnie Chester. The dog's coming in to say hello. Well, actually, the cat. Hey, Raya-san. You say, hey, Winchester. He's like, no, I want to go to bed. But he's purring. Hey. Oh, you're a beautiful boy. Look how big and fat he's getting. Look at the lard butt. He's like, whoa. Alrighty. Yeah, that's all right. You just listen away to the dulcet tones of my voice, Raya. That's fine. Hello, Marilyn. How are you, sweetie? You're up, ready to go for a walk, I assume? I was out at my dad's today, and I thought I would steal a couple of his native flowers to show you. You just tripped on you. Oh my! Hello, Shell. How's it going? So I've got here a Banksia and a bottle brush. I think someone will correct me if I'm wrong. Called Angie or Aspie. I really don't know my plants. I know they're native Australian plants. That's about as far as I know in this world. But they were there at my dad's and I was stealing oranges and they were beside the orange tree and I went, I'll just steal them to bring a little bit of native Australia to the world. So on my Sunday stream, I've scheduled it. I will be joining with, who am I joining with? People, Shell, Ashley, and Emily. And we're going to be colouring with our non-dominant hand. Now, oh, you missed it? I don't know. These were things. These things. Yeah, see, that's a bottle brush. And this is a Banksia, I think. I don't know. They're plants, man. They're plants that don't need water. Australian plants. I don't know. But, yeah. Hey, Minerva. How you doing? Yeah, so on Sunday, Ash, Shell, and Emily are joining me, and we are going to be colouring with our non-dominant hand. Now, I don't know what a calistomen is. Speak English, woman. Like, seriously, you're hurting my brain. I don't have one at the moment. I let it all out while I was with fire and hot stuff today. And we're colouring with a non-dominant hand, which was always going to be fine. I'm like, yeah, this is all good. But of course, today, while I was welding, I did, in fact, burn my right hand finger. And I'm like, oh, I hope it doesn't blister. Because apparently you don't pick up hot metal that you've just grinded off, Yeah, same thing. Again, am I right in the fact that it's a bottle brush and a Banksia? I don't know. Whatevs. I was going to steal some wattle, but that was over the other side of the property, and that was effort. And I was like, nah. But anyway, so the page we will be doing in this is this one here. So we will be doing this page. Now I'm going to be all fancy, and I'm going to zoom in. I upgraded my camera equipment, people. I'm like, ooh, fancy. Which means that I don't have to actually have the camera right down on my face, like right down above my hand, so I can actually see what I'm doing. No, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so we're doing this one. Could be interesting. So that's on Sunday's stream. I will be just waking up, so it'll be even funnier because I'll be like having to think and do right-handed. I'm excited, but yeah, mine's not going to look too good. Yeah. So yeah, the new camera hopefully will not flicker too much. I'm going to see if I can we'll see how we go. I've just changed the anti-flicker. This new camera, so you know, we're going to work with this tonight and see what happens. Yeah, I know, I knocked my autofocus off, but that's like effort. Hold on. Here, I knocked my autofocus off. There we go. All right. So we've got this book arrived today. I've done a flip through. I just did a flip through this afternoon because I got it today, and it was so quick. Come from Germany, and it got here quicker than Colouring Heaven magazines get here. Let's put it that way. Went to my letterbox yesterday, and I've got the last two. Well, not the last one, but the last two before that magazines arrived at the same day. That was great. So my June and July ones arrived. I don't know, whatever they are. But yeah, this one I've done a flip through of. I will be doing a page out of this one next week because it's too pretty not to, and I got it. Yeah, it was worth the effort. Pressing that button was like way effort. It is a really pretty book, and I'm like, I desperately want to do the map, but that kind of doesn't work with my theme this month. So I'll pick one of the images and I'll do one of the female images in here. But yeah, if you want to have a look at this, just head to, I've just posted it, and that was my video flip through of that book. Oh, you have no audio? Hello, Ashley. Hello. I don't know. Hopefully she saw that. Okay. And then this is the colouring page that Georgia was working on. So when I finally get around to doing my 100, what is it, 1K giveaway, I've just got to film the video. It's just been one of those weeks. This will be a free image for everyone to have, so that she did just for everyone. So there's that. And then this is the image that we are going to be working on tonight. So this is by the Rachel Mintz. See if I'm going. Oh, okay, it stays in focus. That's all right while I pull out. So this is from Sexy Warriors, a Grayscale fantasy. So we're going to get all sexy here. I don't have a waist like this to save myself. I don't think I've ever had a waist like this, but we're going to get in and have a go at doing this and colouring in Grayscale. So I will start with markers and then probably put some pencil on in over the top. Hey, Jamie, how you doing? Yeah, so which is good. And Joanna, the one that did that Women of Tour, has already coloured a page in it for my hashtag, which was awesome. It was cool. It was awesome that she did that. So let's get started with this sexy lady. Okay. I'm not too sure how much protection her it's going to offer her clothing, but kind of looks a little bit like the corset that I got today. So we ordered a corset. We ordered some corsets, and the girls just wanted some corsets to add to their, fashion, whatever. And I ordered one for my costume for the play, and it come from a place called the Drag Queen Closet, which was all good. And then when they arrived, I pull it out, and I'm like, "What's this little piece of material that's been added?" Yeah, it was a full costume, and I got a little tiny triangle of material with some elastic to it. And it was one of those nice little, G strings. And I'm like, yeah. So did I walk around the house with the G string on over my jeans for a couple of hours? Yes, I did. Because that's the kind of person that I am. But that's okay. All right. Let's go in with E00 Cotton Pearl. And we will start putting in a marker base. The good thing about working with Grayscale is that, to be honest, most of your work's done for you. So it's it makes things a little bit easier. But I figured we will work on this and see how we go. So I'm just concentrating for a moment while I place the markerness down onto the paper. So I'm using the Hammer Hill color cover paper. I got that in the mail this week too. So I'm going to be using that. And oh, thanks. Thank you. Oh, yes. Good old Ashley, Angie, and Shell and Evelyn got to see my lovely attire in its finest form. I like to send them funny videos so that when they open up in the morning, they get to have a smile first thing in the day. And my idiocy brings that. That is okay. I am happy. Yeah, like, let's get real. Jane F. Hankins woman is probably more more realistic to me. I ain't never looked like this. But that's okay. We can only dream. Hey Ruthie, how's it going? You're still seeing the floppy nose? Yeah, that was good. And I'm so glad that you guys took the image to the places that I took it when I was filming that. Love Snapchat filters. Don't use Snapchat at all, but the filters are fun. So has everyone had a good week in the worlds of all over the place? Yeah. But, yeah. It happens because I wake up at some ridiculous hour in the morning. So it's amusing myself with this. Let's go. I think they're her ears. I'm just putting this base color down everywhere so I know where I'm going. Have I got somebody? Oh, hello. We've got another child with the cat. Oh my God, we've got links going everywhere. I'll be like, whoa. Winchester wants to say hi. And Winchester's already said hi.
Really?
Yeah, he's already been in.
No.
He's been in and said hello.
He can be in again.
He could be in again, except for I'm in the middle of copicness. So I can't stop.
Yeah, you can.
I'm afraid.
You can.
No, I don't want streaks. You know, look at this lady's skin. I can't be cruel and give her streaks. So the wallop that bell for some Bonza notifications. A Bonza, mate. She be Bonza. Ripper. Yeah, man. Georgia had her school play last night, and she did an absolutely fantastic job. She was given a part last week because someone had to pull out, so she was given an extra part, and she smashed it. She smashed the lines and did a fantastic job. Her drama teacher messaged me today to make sure I knew that she was proud of Georgia and all of that kind of jazz. But one of the skits, not the one Georgia was in, but one of the skits was about an outback country town and talking about going to the Deb Ball and moving to the big city and all of that kind of stuff. And just listening to the skit, I'm like, are you sure you're not talking about my country town that I grew up in? With the hill overlooking the showgrounds, and I'm just like, this is hilarious. It was quite funny to watch.
What was the one with
Oh yeah, no, that's not the excuse, Angie. Sorry, what was the one with what?
With
It was the last skit before the ensemble.
Is that the one where
I know two girls.
Yeah, he came out with a bloody.
Oh yeah, when the principal. Yeah, so the principal did a cameo appearance last night. So I'm sitting there and I'm just having a drink of my Pepsi Max while watching the show, and there's this one that I'm already laughing at because it reminded me of the town I grew up in. And then next minute, the principal comes out in a apron that looks like it's got blood splatters on it and like big knives, and just starts running across the stage like some crazy town lunatic, and ended up spitting my drink all down my shirt. And I'm like, really? Yeah, the Copics that I'm using is from everywhere. I'm just trying to think. You reckon that's skin, Georgia?
What?
Or was that armor? I think she'd be showing more skin. Like in here.
Oh yeah, that's skin.
You reckon that's skin?
Yeah.
What about this bit here?
What bit? That bit? That little triangle?
Yeah, that little bit there.
Skin, yeah. Actually, I don't think it is.
I don't know. This bit is now.
Yeah, I think that bit is.
There we go. We'll leave it like that. How's that look? There's the base of the skin done. You just needed a way to store all your PDFs. Yeah, it's called plastic display folders. I almost bought this book and then I didn't. Yeah, that's funny. You'll have audio in 10 minutes. All right. Oh, so she didn't hear me. That isn't enough for chat. Yeah. No. Mind you, what I was wearing today was even less than that. So, but I had jeans on underneath because like no one wants to see that. Hey Ezra, how's it going? Yeah, she's dressed and ready for the day. All right, let's come in with some raw silk. So I'm just going to be putting this kind of in those areas that are kind of indicated for shadowing anyway. So I'm letting the grayscale kind of dictate to me where these darker colors need to go. Yeah, no, I'm out of frame. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Beth. Sorry. Thank you, dear. It's out of frame. Oh, let's do her ears while we're at it. All right, and then we might come in with some Barely Beige, which is E11. Just keep going. A little bit of this shadowing. Yeah, well, let's put it this way. The corset was helping the many years of gravity. It was reversing their impacts. Except for I felt like they were up underneath my armpits. It was a bit of a weird feeling. I'm like, I'm not used to this. I was like, it's strange. A bit strange. Oh, the image. Oh. Geez, mine didn't look like that even when I was a kid. All right, Shemi, which is, this will be our last one, E35. Oh, someone's having a good old morale there. Oh. What am I doing? How quickly we derail. Yeah, true. You're in my stream. Like, seriously. I don't even try and it somehow ends up going places it shouldn't. All right. Going to come back in with that first colour, Cotton Pearl. And we're just going to blend all of this work together. Do you want me to come in closer? No, I deliberately picked this image for that reason. Like, come on, she's hot. And we could all dream that we could get away with looking like this. I want to spend all day tomorrow colouring and filming. I've got to spend tomorrow painting. I desperately need to finish off the flats. So I'm going to do one tomorrow. So that is what I will be doing. All right. So, zoning out. There's something about like just sitting with the Copics. It's like, oh, I just want to keep going forever. And you're like, oh, I probably should stop. Now, I know. I'm showing off my new camera. Yeah, I paid money for that thing. I'm going to show it off. I'm telling you. I paid good money. I need to be showing it off. All right, let's come back in with E53, which is that raw silk. And we'll start doing the chesticles. Yeah, those ears. I wouldn't be wanting those ears either. I'm like, surprisingly, I have little ears of all things. I've got little ears and little nostrils. Got a huge nose, not as big as the one that was in the video today that I sent the girls, but I have a huge nose, but I have little nostrils. I look like Voldemort. Just slits. It's weird. I can't breathe through my nose. They're that small. There's a strange random fact for you. Something you needed to know about me. You have audio. Woo! Oh, geez, you even know what camera I'm using. Oh, that's right. I sent you the picture of it. I know. Something I found on Amazon. Apparently I picked well, because Angie's like, yeah, that was the one I was saying all along that you should get. I'm like, oh, good. I did the right thing for a change. Because that don't usually happen. Woo! You can colour tomorrow because it's the weekend. Yeah, I got to paint. I want to colour. I've got so many things I've got to get done. So many videos I've got in my head and colour alongs. And I'm just like, I need to get my life sorted. And it's like, oh, Hannah, I used Kamusta in Raya's stream yesterday, and she was shocked. And I was like, "You see, I've been learning Filipino. I'd be like, hey, look at me go." Because I usually speak Japanese to her, because her husband is Japanese and she's living in Japan. But she's Filipino, so I was like, I'm going to use that. You just saw an old video. Yeah, no, but they are actually quite tiny. If I breathe in, they close on up. It's very strange. All right, coming back in with that cotton pearl. But most people don't notice like that they're thin until I point that out. And they're like, oh yeah, they are actually really thin and tight. And I'm like, I know. Like, it's not in your face until you look. And then it's in your face. Yeah. Hi. Hello. Yeah, I did it. See, I did good. I was like, eh? And Raya was like, had to take a step back because she was like, did she just say what I think she said? And I'm like, I'd be getting smart here. All right, I'm going to keep repeating this into the pits. Oh, there's there. And speaking of, there's a Rhea. Rhea-san. Yeah, that could be it. You have to look up my slitzicles. Be like, I don't want you seeing my brains, so I made it thinner so you couldn't see up into what's missing up there. Yeah, did you hear that? Child going, I don't think there's anything up there to see. Thanks. Gotta love kids. What's good, I'm not getting any bleed with this paper. So that's a good thing with this cardstock. Like the Copics are staying where I put them. So that's nice. Imagine shaving a sword. I don't want, if you have to shave a sword, good luck with that. You're using a sword to shave. There's a whole lot of difference between using a sword to shave or shaving a sword. You got to think about that, ladies. But yes, it was hard to COVID test. When I went and got my COVID test, it was quite hard for them to stick it up thy nostrils. It did not feel very pleasant. And she did laugh at me. She's like, they are tiny. And I went, I know. I'm not making this up. Why? Well, do you not have nostrils either? What? We all got some nostrils. I just don't have very big ones. But a good old Saxon nose, however. You just use a bush knife. Oh yeah. I need to sharpen my pocket knife. Come to think of that. I'd shave my pits with it. I don't know about shaving my legs, but then I don't shave my legs in real life, so let's not put too much effort into stuff, hey. That's like effort. I'm gonna have to shave for the play so that because I've got to. It's gonna be annoying. It's like effort. If you hadn't figured, effort is the problem. It's like I don't want to. And I'm also not one of those people that like to have long showers, so it's like having to stay in there and like do all that. I'm like, nah, clean up, get out. Okay, Shell, I don't even know what that is. Like, I know what it is, but seriously, have you read what you've written? Oh my gosh. Oh no, I can't. I can't fluff out mine. They I can just close them off. Good night. Good night. Look at this chick. She's even got ab muscles, man. I don't even know what those things are, except for they hurt during childbirth. Hey, Audrey. Hey, Catherine. Walked into one of my streams. You should know that by now. You've just got to take a look at the imaging I'm coloring, and you got to know that something's going to go wrong. And we decided down here was skin, didn't we? It is now. Oh, over here too. Okay. Alrighty. See, I can't flare my nostrils. This my nails making, yeah. But I can raise an eyebrow. That's my I'm angry thing. If the eyebrow gets raised, it's great. I just sit there in class and I don't even speak to my students. I just raise an eyebrow at them and I look at them and they go, oh, perhaps we should not continue this course of action. And then I lower my eyebrow and all is good with the world. Sorry, Mona. I'm sorry. Sorry. I haven't actually said anything. It's just you guys just take it all the wrong way. It's got nothing to do with me. I'm just sitting here innocently coloring skin. When the child doesn't even back me up. You wouldn't have heard that. She's like, you never just do anything innocent. I'm like, that's a bit rude. I feel. Yeah, that's all right, Marilyn. Do you know what they talk about? How they describe me? They're like, yeah, Miss White's a little bit wacky, a little bit odd, but she's cool, and you don't mess with her. But she's a little bit strange. I don't know why. I only dance around the room and sing crazy songs and, teach onomatopoeia by actions and interpretive dance. I don't know why they think I'm a little bit strange. Did I go up here? I can't even remember. Let's do it anyway. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, well, that's the kind of thing. Like, I still teach them, obviously. I just try to have a bit of fun with it. Like, it'd be boring listening to someone, like, just all day. If I can keep them entertained at the same time, why not? That's the way I look at it. All right, let's go back in with our originals. The E-W. Yeah, only a little bit strange. Look away, Ezra. Lurkers are just as welcome in my world. I was lurking in Shannon's stream. Was it this morning or the night before? I can't even remember, but I woke up in the middle of the night and I had it on and I was just watching. And I'm like, I just watched until I fell asleep again. Sometimes lurking's just what you do. And I don't mind. First time you've heard onomatopoeia for years? Oh, really? Oh, there you go. Well, because I teach another language. We had a class-wide lightsaber battle. I like that. I do sumo wars in class. So in my Japanese class, when we're learning sports and things like that, we do sumo origami. And then once we make up our little sumo wrestlers, we then get on the desks and we have like a sumo battlefield. And you've got to like bang the desk as hard as you can to see which sumo wins. Who gets knocked out of the ring first. It's always fun.
Is that a game that you play with students?
Yes. And then I have competitions to see if we can be so loud with our singing and our banging that the teachers next door come and complain and think that my classroom's out of control.
Has anyone ever achieved that?
Yeah, a few times. Especially if there's like teachers next door that aren't normally there and they're not used to my craziness. Oh, why are you psyching off her nails? They look so pretty. Oh, Monday. On curfew now. Wow. Hello, Andrew, by the way. I got the PDF, Raya. Yeah, getting the PDF so much easier. But, you can also get hard copies. The discount works for both. It's just that PDFs generally work better in my world. However, that Woman of Tour book that I got, the one I was showing before, when I went on, because I was going on and I thought I'll just have to get a PDF, but it was the same price to get the book with nice, decent paper and have it sent with free shipping as it was to get the PDF. And I'm like, well, hello, I can wait a couple of weeks. And okay, it was Alicia's. Oh, right, I've got you. Oh, okay, now I understand. Okay, I was all confused. I'm like, they looked so pretty, and I couldn't understand why you were taking them off. And I'm like, what are you doing? All right. Okay. Good night. Love you. See you in the morning. Sweet dreams. Look, she still loves me even after I threw all of her stuff out on the hall and outside the door. If you didn't hear, I may have lost it a couple of nights ago, and George's room was so disgusting that I walked in and just started throwing things down the hallway and filling up garbage bags. And now if she wants a bag back of her stuff, she needs to do a chore. Okay. Bye, Mona. Oh, I hope it goes well. I hope everything's good and they're happy with your improvement. Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, just practice. And that's the beauty of these PDFs. It's like I'm just printing it out, and if it don't work, it was a piece of paper. Yeah, I'm not normally good at waiting for things, Catherine, but I was like, it just made sense. And I'm like, and it was so much quicker than me getting a Colouring Heaven magazine. So, you know, I can't complain too much there. All right. Going to come in with C1, Cool Grey number 1. And I am going to basically go over all of the metal because we really don't need to do much with it. The beauty of Grayscale. It's like, yeah. But I'll pretend that I'm going to do something to it. All right, Marilyn. Okay, have a lovely day. So weird hearing about you guys with all your kids going back to school. It's been so long for a lot of them. Seeing all of these first day at school photos, and it's like, oh, and for some of them, yeah, it's been 18 months or more. Sanitize once a, oh gosh. Well, yeah, you wouldn't have liked to have lived in George's room. It could have been a forensic specimen sample to have a look at the breakdown of filth. That's all right. She's handled it well. She's taken it as it is, as a consequence, and she's doing okay. She understands that there's consequences to her actions, and yeah, pretty lucky I've got a good kid that way. Don't have a print shop. Oh yeah, printer isn't good for PDFs, really. Is it just is it the ink, or is it just doesn't like to read them? Yeah, these are the chow. Yeah. I kind of figured I'll slowly start working on building the Copic collection, and we all know full set syndrome. So I'm like, at least the full set syndrome of the chow is more achievable than of the sketch. And I like the way they feel. I like the smaller size. It's the same size brush, but I like the smaller size of the barrel. So I'm like, I don't mind. Oh, the ink. Okay. I've got a brother. However, I just use generic ink in it. Yeah. I only printed this out a few hours ago. And it seems to have been holding it really well. Have you tried different papers to see if it might be the paper that's causing the ink to bleed rather than the markers? Does that make sense? Yeah, normally I do let things dry overnight, but I just haven't been organized today. I've been a little bit busy. Actually, I'll put that up. I'm gonna be fancy. Hope you're ready for it. Okay. All right. There we go. If you weren't aware, we've lost a very valuable member of our coloring community. She's a huge presence in a lot of coloring groups. So Paula passed away yesterday after suffering a number of strokes in the last few days. And it says a lot to just how much coloring meant to her I'm out of frame. How much coloring meant to her in that her husband took the time while they were treating her to come on and update the community. So, it's clear that it meant a great deal to her that they did that. So we will be doing, which is awesome. Like I shouted because Paula is administration in Monya's Color My Dreams group. And so I reached out to Monya and said, would you like to do a live stream, just as a way, because we weren't sure what was going to happen, what was happening with her health and all at that stage, just as a way that we could, remember her and honor, or all of that kind of stuff, and raise hopefully some money towards the family and costs of whether it was going to be a rehabilitation or, sadly now, for memorial costs. And she was fantastic. And so she is, and Belinda and Raya and Shell are joining me, and that'll be next week. Next Wednesday, it will be 11 a.m. UTC. So for that in the UK, it's midday. South Africa, it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. For Australia, it is 9 p.m. And for America, it's now, whatever time it is for you now. And for Raya in Japan, it's 8 p.m. So we're just trying to find a time. Paula was UK based, so it just made sense that we probably try and pick a time where maybe the UK people could join a lot easier. So that was the plans there. All right. Oh, I have no idea, Andrew. I'll have a look later. I'm sorry, I don't have my phone with me when I'm doing this. But yeah, so now you're right. It is. It's very sad. So we're just doing what we can as a community, because I think, in a way, and I think I'm hoping her family and her husband. Sorry, I'm just getting a bit upset now. See that she was important in our little world. This community has that impact. So yeah, so I'm just what we can do to hopefully show that, sorry, I just have to take a moment. No, she hadn't. She just suddenly had a stroke and then had repeated strokes. And they tried to bring her out of an induced coma, and it didn't work. So she was only 50, which is incredibly sad. So no, it wasn't COVID-19. It was, I have no idea. That's not my place to ask those kinds of things in any way, shape, or form. That's not for me to know. I just know what her husband was willing to give to the community about her status. It's not my place to ask those kind of questions. So, oh no, I'm okay. I'm okay. It's just that, like, it reminds me just how some people don't really get it, but how this little community can make such a big difference for people, and that that her husband took the time and it obviously had meant so much to her. And if you are subscribed to the Colouring Heaven magazine, just out of coincidence, whatever it may be, but Paula's spotlight colorist thing was sent out this week too. And obviously that's planned in advance. Obviously they pick their spotlight colorists in advance. But yeah, it was actually Paula. So Colouring Heaven's been nice enough to share the stream details and stuff like that. I contacted them. They've been awesome. So yeah, she was like, I didn't know her personally, but she was always one of those people. As soon as you posted something in the groups that she was in, she always had kind words to say, always commented, always said something to, words of encouragement and so forth. And, that makes you notice those things. No, she didn't have a YouTube channel. I'm out of frame again. She didn't have a YouTube channel. She just was an admin in some groups. And, yeah. But, yeah, that's what I mean. Like that, like for me, one, it was amazing that he took the time to do that. But for me, it was, an acknowledgement of the fact that obviously it meant so very much to her that he felt that he should, if that makes sense. That was what was so touching about it, was that he felt that he couldn't not tell the community. And that was... And what a wonderful husband to sit there and think like that of there's something that was so important to his wife that he acknowledged it and did that on her, like, let us know. I think it's just a wonderful thing. So we're just going to do what we can to do what we can do back. So yeah. See, I don't often get upset. That's right. I'm a tough old bird. We'll keep believing that, hey? All right. Now I'm trying to think what is part of her. I'm out of frame again. Keep doing this. See, this is what I get for zooming in, and because I don't have the camera right down close, I don't realize that I'm zoomed in. I'm just like trying to work out where her hand would be. Yeah, there's that. Let's just color all this. She'll be right. Lovely. Yeah. Except for when they fall on your glasses. And now I've got like a big spot on my glasses because I got my head down. It's all right. So yeah, so I do hope that you will join us for that. I'm kind of I'm actually like, because if you hadn't realized, I kind of fangirl a little bit over Monya. Like, I just love her work. And so I'm like, I'm a little bit nervous. And I got Belinda, and I'm like, Charlotte's like, yeah, I'm used to Shell. And Reyes, I'm like, yeah, that's okay. But I'm like a little bit nervous for having Monya in. She'll outclass me 1,000 times over. Oh, and that's, yeah, it is, Shell. It really is. Generally, I let it out by watching some sad movie, like The Notebook or something. And then have a good old whinge and I feel better about it. So, which is what we were doing. Well, not necessarily sad movies, but on Saturday nights now, I made a deal with Georgia. We're going tech free. So Saturday evenings, I will not be on my phone and just be hanging out with the girls. So yeah. I'm like, yeah, Shell. That's all good. Hey, I can read your typos, Shell. We're pretty good. We're tight, mate. Tight. Yeah, so that's our kind of thing because, Georgia and I sat down and had to talk about things after all of the stuff, and some different things were pointed out from both sides. And I'm like, all right, well, if I expect you to listen and learn from things, then that's my responsibility too. So, yeah. All right. I'm getting there. We're tight, man. Yeah, that too. And so, yeah. See, I'm just always loud, so it's like not too bad. So, if you hadn't figured, we're going for like leather and metal. I just feel like this should be kind of part of 50 Shades. But that's all right. It's actually a gorgeous image. I honestly, I think she's stunningly beautiful. So, yeah, I will go back over with pencil to do some shading. Yes, Annette. I like to do that, like to really get that contrast in. I will come back. I haven't even thought about what pencils to use. I know, some kind of pencil. We didn't get that far. I didn't get that far. It's not like I'm lacking in choice. I'm like, which ones haven't I given some love to for a while? What was someone? Oh, it was when my house cleaner was here the other day. She was like worried that my vacuum would be heard while I was on stream, and I'm like, nah. I said they're used to my dog barking, the birds carrying on. I said they won't even acknowledge that there's noise in the background. Right. To figure out where her finger gets kind of going around and gripping there, I think. I don't know. It is now. That's what's happening. Yeah, likewise. I love. You tried to get onto the site for Ladies of Tilbuck. That's strange. Because I checked the link to make sure it all worked before I put it down the bottom. But she's on Instagram as Lisa Joanna Art too. So if you can't get it, she's lovely. Shoot her a message. It was funny. Angie sent me the link for the book release, and I started watching the flip through, and I think she had opened the map and showed 2 images, and I went and bought the book for Angie and myself before, and then come back and watch the rest of the flip through. And I don't normally do that, but yet I've done it twice this month because I did it with that, and I also did it with the those Phoenix Chinese pencil things. Sometimes, something you see, it's just like, yes, I need to have that. And if I get those feelings, I'm like, well, I'm doing it. See you, Andrew. Good luck. Hope you enjoy yourself. Sorry, concentrating. Oh no, we like your loud British. I'm a loud Aussie. Azra, I've done 2, 3, 4. If you 4, but 2 of them are like A6 size. So anyway, don't worry about it. You get done what you get done. It is what it is. Some months you get lots done, other months you don't. It's not, yeah. I'm kind of like, it is what it is. Oh yeah, I'd get the mark arts, not the Nione. The mark arts are the same thing and way cheaper. So search the mark arts up, because they're basically the Nione but under a different name and cheaper. If that helps, you might be able to get a bigger set that way. All right. Okay. All right, we got that. You'd think I'd be done. Oh, there you go. There you go, Beth. We're on the same path, thought process there. Okay, just going to come in with cashew, and I'm just going to put that in some of those shaded areas. You know what I'm talking about. These bits. Shadow. That's it. That's the word I was looking for. Those places. I wonder how much Y supports in this bra. I suppose you don't really need it with all of that armor, hey? Depends on how long the leather bit has been tanned for too. It might be stiff as. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Awesome. Yeah, they just get added to the wish list cart. It's like, sometimes I go through my wish list and I'm like, what is your problem? It's like, you do not need these 5 million sets of pencils. They just go in there for the one daisies. Oh, it worked on your phone. Awesome. Yeah. See, Jamie, I need those wires because yeah, I need all of that extra support I can get. I have since I was like 13. I was blessed or cursed with a rack. Not so fun when you like bend over and the wire snaps on you, but you're like, yeah, great. And then you got to walk around trying to keep the wire tucked in so that people don't realize that your bra's snapped. It's awesome. Luckily, Andrew's left and Joe's not here. Good conversation. You just bought a shadow palette. Yeah, hey. I'm not going to judge you because, look, I still haven't even opened this. And I bought it like 6 months ago because it was $2. So I'm not judging you. And look, you can still see that the tape's on it. I'm not judging you, none. Not judging you, woman, in any way, shape, or form. For that one. Oh. Oh yeah, no, the wire helps me. I've tried wire-free ones, and nah, no. And then when I used to, because I used to run up mountains, for fitness, and I'd have the sports bra on, then a sports top, like a tight one, then another one on over the top of that, just so that I could run without it hurting in crippling pain or knocking myself out. That was many, many years ago. This girl don't run no more. I should. I can't put my jeans up in the... Oh, I forgot it. I forgot a lady bit area. I need wires. Oh yeah, totally. When Georgia was younger, she used to use my bras as doll carriers. I'd come out and she's got one of my bras and she's like put it around like her shoulders and have got a dolls all tucked into them. And I'm just like, excellent. That's great, darling. I just gave up and let gravity win. Yeah. I do that when I'm at home, but, you know, no one in the public needs to see that. All right. Okay. Now, should we go green or red for her cape? I'm kind of thinking red because there'll be like greeny stuff in the background. So I reckon a red. What do you guys reckon? Too bad because I'm doing red anyway. I don't know why I asked. I could go blue. I reckon red would work. Right. Yeah, I love that. Hey, Marie, how's it going? You're going to do yours red? Cool. Good. Red she be. I'm not going to worry about this filigree stuff. I'm just going to go over it. I'll come back in with gel pen or something and make that pretty. I ain't got time to worry about that. Oh, I should tell you, I'm using strong red, R46. How remiss of me. Sorry, Asby, you're too late. Yeah, it will end up a burgundy. This will be the lighter color, and I'll put a darker color through it in a sec. Okay. And then I'll use pencil to bring back some highlight. Basically, I have a limited selection of Copics, so you're basically getting what I have. But I do have other markers, so if necessary, I'll just pull from there. Oh, yeah. See, yeah. Well, see, the problem is that I've lost I've lost a fair bit of weight, and so my chest size reduced, but my cup size didn't because I just needed to fold in all of the excess now. But and so trying to find a small chest size with a large cup, yeah, that's just as hard. But at least I can half get decent colors now, not just beige and maybe black and white if I was lucky. Mm. Yeah. It's like, can I fit into it? And I gave up years ago trying to get ones that looked pretty because I'm like, yeah, they may look pretty, but they don't keep these puppies in. So I'm like, I'll pass and just get the ones that work. No one's seen that area of me for a long time anyway, so it makes no difference. Except for the girls, but I don't think they really care. I walk out in a bra and they're just like, yeah, whatevs. Yeah, sports bra, man. Oh, only you'd say that, Shell. I suppose it's not your nails, so yeah, it probably is therapeutic. Someone else's nails, it's all right. Just don't do it on mine. I hate doing my own, pulling the acrylic off. Well, a cape would go down there too, I'd imagine. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself now. Oh, I'm out of frame. Oh, you aren't helping me, Annie. I'm out of frame. All right. Now I'm going to come in with Cardinal, which is R59. He's gonna. Hey Vicky, how's it going? Yeah, Catherine. Yeah, absolutely. I get you. I didn't. Mine. Sadly, mine was more that I could fit into tradies. Not that I'm going to get into that conversation again, but I could get because it was before they bought out the plus size version of the tradies. But I was just excited I could get bonds and tradies that fit. I was like, yeah. I don't like that lighter color there. Doesn't look right. Cover it. Still here doing your makeup. Serious brows day today. You know what my brows was today? I looked in the mirror closely and went, oh, it's time to get those tweezers out and get those greys. I'm like, I can deal with grey on my head. I cannot deal with grey in my eyebrows. So I was like, time for those things to be pluck it on out. That was the extent of my brow game today. You're also here lurking, having dinner and a drink. Nice. Kampai. See you, Ezra. Have a good weekend. Might see you on Sunday. Yeah, what's for dinner? Mind you, I'm thinking of having katsudon for dinner tomorrow night. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I get motivated to want to make it. Yeah, I'm sure. I think Georgia and Emily are the same. They kind of just sometimes go, do I want to know what you guys are talking about? No. I do not. All right. And then I'm just going to come in with some black. Just in this deep recess. Right. Oh, kebab and chidori. Nice. Yakitori. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. All right, waiting. Maybe some breakfast. Yeah, make me some breakfast too, except for it's, nearly time for me to go to bed here, but that's okay. Oh, bleep. Thank you, Hannah, for joining. Thank you. Yes. Oh, thank you. I don't know. I'm still winging it with markers. I don't actually know what I'm doing. Don't ask me. I'm just pretending. It's how I get by in life. Act confident and hope no one realizes you don't actually know what you're doing. All right, I'm going to come in with C5 and just darken up this grey, I think. Because I don't want it to be leather. but it's a little bit too, I want to have some distinction there. And I missed a bit up here. Okay. All right. Okay, let's shove a background in so she doesn't look quite so, you know, sticky outery. Okay, let's come in with Buttercup Yellow. Which is Y21. I'm not too worried about the trees. I'll come back in. Promise. I promise. I'm leaving the metal as metal. So it will be grey. So I'm going for, like, you know, burnished silver kind of steel for that one. So I'm actually going to leave it as is. I will add some more contrast with pencil, but I'm not going to try and do that with marker. I'll probably just get out a black and a white to kind of make it a bit more distinct. I'm not taking this base layer too seriously, too. I'm sure you've noticed that. I'm just kind of colouring. Hello, Melissa. How you going? How you doing? Oh, Casper's dreaming. You know when they puppy, like, well, not that he's a puppy, you know, but when they dream and, like, they've got their tongue and they're like, he's doing it at the moment. It's a bit cute. Yep, no worries. While the sun is shining, straight on them. Yeah, not for me here. Sun shines most of the time. It's like, oh, I need to think a little bit. And I don't want to. Yeah, I'm going to come in with chamois. Chamois. Oh, you got movement at the station. Child has left bedroom. If anyone's fantasy readers, George has finally started The Belgariad by David Eddings. I'm like, that was it still is my favourite saga. Because she can't watch TV or use her iPad or anything, so she's finally starting The Belgariad. She's nearly done with Porn Prophecy. Oh, I'm out of frame again. See, I'm going to zoom back out for this one. I gotta be fancy. Yeah, but look. Let's zoom back out so I don't go out of frame so much. That'd be good, hey? And, Vicky, hello, Vicky. Both. It depends what mood I'm in. More in the fact that I just need to get some images done. So I'm kind of like, I'm doing markers to kind of make my job a little bit easier. But I've done it with pencil as well. I might. So I have done images fully with pencil. Crayola works really good. Yeah, so you can do it either way. But I think by having the grayscale, it kind of just works for both. But I wouldn't, depending on the image, and most of the time, I wouldn't do just marker. I like adding the pencil work in. And basically, because I'm not that good at markers yet. Like, markers are definitely not my forte. I'm not comfortable with them as such. So I'm like, put a pencil back in my hand so I can feel a little bit more in control, if that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, yeah. George is massively grounded. And grounded in my world means not only do you don't go out, you don't have devices or TVs or any of that stuff. No. Oh, hey, I love a rainbow eye. I must admit, that's one of the things I love about being a teacher and thing. I can wear whatever makeup I want to work. Like, I don't have a makeup code. It's like, this is what I felt like today. Sometimes I'd go with a full black smoky eye, and the next day I'd go with bright yellow. And then the next day I'd go with none at all. It's always funny when the kids see me outside of school and I'm not wearing my glasses. And they're like, you look different. And I'm like, yeah, but to the people that know me in my outside world, when I wear glasses, I look different to them. It's amazing how they kind of begin to perceive you in a certain way. Oh, yeah. David Eddings and Feist are mine. I have all of their books. They're my things. I think that's because what I started with, if that makes sense. Like, I read a lot of others and they're great, but I think because I started with them, my heart belongs to them. Brick beige. I'm just going to use that to run along some of these trees in the background, because I don't want them like dark brown because they are out of focus and muted. So I'm just kind of going along where the lines were indicated. I'm not too worried about it because you're going to see what I'm going to do in a second anyway. It's just to put some of that in. All right. Okay, I'm going to come in with pea green, number 63. And I'm just going to start putting some color down. You can see that I've got a very technical technique, very precise. Oh, except for I went on an ear. I'll do the she be gone in a second. I'll fix that. All right, I'm going to come in with what's this one? Moss Y67. Oh, everyone's aware of my insanity levels. I don't try to hide it from people. It's not fair to them. Oh, the boss doesn't know. Everyone else does. That's even better. Yeah, she'll figure it out. Be like, hey, how you doing? This is me. This is me. And then I'm going to come in with the lightest, which this one is yellow-green, YG03. Still smudging away. Yep, Red Riding Hood meets Vikings. That's it. It's like, yeah. Badass. That's what it is. Don't mess with me. Oh, I love it. Like, hello. It's like Christmas week, like the week before Christmas, like last week of school before we go on our Christmas holidays, some holidays. It's like, hello, every day, new Melissa, New, I'm reading Melissa's comment. New Christmas themed makeup is here. All right, so now I'm going to come in with that original Buttercup Yellow. And I am literally smudging this all together. So basically what I'm doing is I'm using this lighter colour to push a bit of... Emily didn't turn the gurney off. Hold on. Just a moment. Yeah, I don't think you unplugged it. Can you go down and unplug it, please?
I'm sure I turned it off.
You might have turned it off, but something's happened. Just unplug it. Sorry about that. Talks as a flamingo. Oh my gosh.
I didn't.
Obviously.
Why does it do that?
I don't know. Something might have flicked the switch or something. Could be just changes in the temperature, whatever. But yeah. Oh, I'm just smudging it now. But yeah, you've got to colour a bit fast. I got to fix this ear, however, that I coloured over. So I'm just coming in with colourless blender, and I'm just going to push it out because I accidentally coloured over her ear. All right. What are you getting? What? I don't understand. What? Maybe she only has one ear? Maybe. 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 All right, I'm going to come in with that Cool Grey 1 and do her hair because I've got a feeling she's a platinum blonde. What do you guys reckon? Reckon she's platinum blonde? Kind of gives me platinum blonde vibes. We'll come in with Cool Grey 3. Oh, Star Trek purse. Nice. Cool Grey's 5. Right, Rebecca with Kilgore 1. Oh, no, one ear. Yeah. I'm going to give her back her ear in a second. So she has magical transformation powers. Sorry to disappoint you. I'm giving it back to her. Sorry. Yeah, absolutely. Grey's just a fantastic color for everything. I think it helps with giving depth and tone. Like if I come in here now and say I went in, I'd normally use a warm grey, but I don't have one. But if I went in here now with Cool Grey 7, which is a dark grey, come in along here. And then come in with Cool Grey 5. Cool Grey 3. And then come back in with that chamois, wherever I put it. I got Copics from one end of here to the other at the moment. Yeah, where did you go? There you are. And then come back in with the chamois. So I'm still keeping that base color that I had of the brown, but I've suddenly created a lot more depth to that tree base, if that makes sense. I'm out of frame. I'm always out of frame. Always out of frame. I'm not being too good tonight. So if I go in here, same thing. The Grey 7. Five. 3. And then back with that chamois, the brown that I used. I'm now using the markers to create some dimension. Hello, Tara Lynn. How are you? La, 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 la. No, it's nearly 10 o'clock at night. So not yet. So that's kind of how you can use grey to start adding some of that depth back into places. So I think the greys are valuable in a marker set, if that makes sense. You might not have a lot of colours, but the grey then allows you to change the tonal variations in it. Without having all of those colours. Woohoo! Kids are off to school. Woo! Party time. So now you've got me. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to sit here and do this. I like doing this stuff. It's like, yeah, I just do this. But the trees are starting to kind of take some shape in the background now. Good. Plonk it down. Just plonk it down. Plonk down. Plonks it. Plunks it like you means it. I don't know what she's plonking. I just saw plonk. And I'm like, just plonk. Plonk, 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 plonk. Yeah, you got to love that. To be honest, I don't want all the notifications on Insta, so I have mine fairly minimal. Because I'm like, I don't need to know everything. I'm like, there's only so much I want to know. I'm struggling with this whole social media life as it is. I'm like, ugh. Oh, don't worry about me. I'm just throwing markers in the air. Throw your hands in the air. Your markers in the air like you just don't care. See, you can tell I'm getting to 2 hours now. I'm just going into full delirium mode. Oh, I was going to make a splash spider for you guys tonight and show you my splash spiders instead of root beer floats or whatever you guys call them. Forgot about that. All right. I should make a spider on Sunday stream with Emily in here. So I don't think she believes we call them spiders. And then today, organising all of these joint live streams and making sure it's all posted on different things. And I'm just like, my brain fully hurts. I'm like, I can't cope. See, now she's looking like she got a bit of forest happening in there. I kind of want to make down here a little bit darker, so I'm going to come in just with C3 to begin with now. So this is that cool grey again. And I'm just going to use it to start toning down like this lighter, the lower foliage. And then I might come in with a bit of cool grey 5. Oh God, no, I don't think I could do 4 hours. I'd just be like full on delirium. Back to the 3. And then I'll come back in with that buttercup. Just so we start to get some kind of depth within our that stuff, you know, background, foliage. Those big words. So I think you can kind of see then now that we're starting to get, even just by using those greys, that we're starting to get the depth perception right by how like the recesses and things like that. I hope that makes sense. Probably not. But so if I come out, you can kind of see now that she's hooking on out into, I think I'm just going to get it to focus on in. There you go, she's back unfocused. I'll turn that off. Yeah, so just by doing that grey, I haven't used any other colour but one brown, but that grey kind of starts to begin to add that dimension to it. Like, obviously I'm still going to go in with pencil. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. So all I'll come in now and do is probably come in with black and white for all of this metal, just to provide a little bit more highlight, low light, and you know, eyes and lips and stuff. But she's mostly done, if that makes sense. You know, yeah, you can't miss her, Aspio. She's like checking me out. But yeah, so it was kind of just a bit of a play on how to use the grayscale to your advantage with markers. And like if I did, so say I come in, okay, I'll just show you. If I come in with a bit of black before I go, and I'll run that along here. And then I'll soften off a little bit, come out, and then I'll come in with white and use that to add a bit of texture and move it out into the highlight areas. And now suddenly that piece has more to it than the other piece does. And it's just a matter of using, so with drawings like this, it's not about the colors. It's about making sure your contrasts are there and your highlights are there. And if you do that and you really make sure that there's enough difference between them, it will help the image appear like you've spent ages on it, if that makes sense. So and now we've kind of now got that metal looking more metally. I know words are hard, man. But it's the same. I could even go in the black now. Not mind you, using a Prisma black's probably not the best. Hold on. I'm going to come in with a bit of a, not that this is much harder, but anyway. Come in with a bit of black now on in her hair and just use that to add in a little bit of because I've put the base colors down with the markers, I could probably get away with just using black and white or a dark grey through the rest of this image to give it the appearance of becoming more than just a flat piece. Again, Prisma White's probably not the best one to use for hair, but just kind of showing you how that can kind of just that little bit of extra work, which isn't a lot after you've done the base layer of the markers, then brings it to another kind of level. And so you haven't done much, but it's changed it and you're like, oh, okay, suddenly no, that's her hair. Her cloak's there. I don't know. I've decided it's hair coming out. I don't know. Probably is part of a cloak. It's hair now. I want her to have long hair coming out from underneath her cloak. That's what I went. You know, a cloak's coming over this way and her hair's whispered out of there. It works. It probably is part of a cloak, but I've decided on hair. It's my page. Don't tell me what I can and can't do. Fine. Just ruined all my fun work. Fine. Look. There you go. It's cloak now. Ruin all my hair work. I was showing you a technique. That was all it was. That was my plan all along. That's right. I'm going, Marilyn. It's all good. I was just showing some stuff and now they're paying me out because I wanted hair and now it's a cloak. And so, you know. I'm like, fine. Fine. phone. Phone. All right, is it cloaky enough now? No, it looks better as a cloak. Shut up. You were right. I was wrong. It's okay. It's all right. I'm going, darling. I am past my time. And I need to go to bed. But see, I was showing you a technique, and now I have fixed the error of my ways, and it's a cloak again. See, it's all good. It was planned that way all along. That was exactly what I was planning. You know? No. All right. Okay, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. And it's been a good joy to have you here. We've had a bit of a laugh, bit of a cry, you know, the typical things that we do. But yeah, don't forget to join us, all of Ash, Shell, Emily and I, on the Saturday, Sunday. And we will be doing our khaki handedness, so working with our non-dominant hand. So that will be happening then. And then the joint live stream in memory of Paula will be next Wednesday for everyone. It just depends on whether it's early in the morning or later at night. So, yeah. But I think that, oh, geez, now I've started. All right. But thank you for watching. And yeah. So I'll finish this up by creating a little bit more depth and all of that kind of stuff. But there isn't a lot more work in this apart from black and a bit of white. And that will bring it all, except for the face. But, you know, apart from that. But yeah. So thank you very much, Lee, for joining me. And I will see you probably in stream tomorrow while I'm painting. And in a couple of days back in here. And with a lot of other people, which should get interesting. I got to keep, and I'm in charge, so I've got to keep the control of all of the peoplesness. Oh my gosh, it could get dangerous. She is so sexy like us, Ray. You got it. That's me, man. That's my self-portrait. Self-portrait there. Just perception. All right. Thanks, guys. I do appreciate it. Have a great one. And I'll see you soon. Bye.